Now let us look at a different kind of dimensioning known as ordinate dimensioning. Not coordinate dimensioning, but plain ordinate dimensioning, also known as arrowless dimensioning. This is the kind of dimensioning where you just have extension lines with dimension numbers on the ends of them and a 0, 0 point at some corner of the part. This is very useful if you have a very crowded or complicated part and it just gets too messy with regular dimensioning with arrows. For example, a part that has a lot of holes in it. Now, you always give a 0, 0 point, a 0 baseline, and on any side where you have numbers, you must have a 0 baseline on that side. So here are some numbers coming out to the left. There's the 0 line that goes with them. Here are some numbers going along the bottom. Here is the 0 line from which they originate. If you have ordinate dimensions on all 4 sides, you must have 0 baselines on all 4 sides. Now, this form of dimensioning is an exception to the rule about always having unidirectional horizontal text. You will remember that we have a dimensioning rule which says all text is horizontal no matter what. That's true when we're doing coordinate dimensioning with arrows. It's not the rule when we do ordinate dimensioning, and here's why. Look at this drawing on the right where all these numbers across the bottom have been kept horizontal. See how those numbers run together? And if the holes were even closer, they might even overlap. This is not readable. It's not legible. So ASME says don't do that. When you do ordinate dimensioning, you have the numbers vertically aligned with the extension lines. And AutoCAD will do this for you automatically, so don't worry about that. Just don't be alarmed when AutoCAD does that. That's what ASME says to do, because these numbers are easier to read. You can combine ordinate dimensioning with tables. So here's ASME showing us ordinate dimensioning, and notice they're pointing out the baselines, and then using a table just to give the hole diameters, just to keep your drawing a little bit more clean. So that's an option. Here's an example of ordinate dimensioning. This company liked using these really, dramatic zeros, so that's what those are there. Notice that every side has a 0. Here's another part that uses ordinate dimensioning, actually another 2 parts. The point of this one is that it's okay to combine different styles of dimensioning. So you can have dimensions with arrows and ordinate dimensioning on the same part, and then radius callouts and hole diameter callouts on the same part. All right. In the next lecture, we'll look at how to do this in AutoCAD. In the slides here, I just want to give you a list of steps, so if you don't want to go back and look at a video every time, you can just open the slides and read through the steps. It gives you an option. So here they are in words. Here they are in pictures. And what we do is we have to go to the Annotate tab, because for whatever reason I can't find this in the Home ribbon. And we're looking for this thing called Quick Dimension, which is that thing that has an arrow, a lightning bolt with it. Quick Dimension. So you click Quick, and Quick is a dimensioning command that lets you select a whole bunch of objects all at once. Okay. Once you've selected the geometry you're going to do, And it says you have to read the directions, remember, whatever you're doing in CAD. It says select geometry or select line position or da 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 da. Here are some options. And here's where you have to tell it what it is you're doing. It doesn't know yet that you're doing ordinate dimensioning, and it doesn't know where your 0 point is, so you have to tell it. The first thing you have to do is tell it datum point, which means where is your 0 point. You can click this option or you can type P for datum point, and then you can click with your mouse where you want your datum point, your 0 point. Once you've told it where 0 is, now you tell it what kind of dimensioning you're doing. Because look at here, it has a whole bunch of different choices that you could do. And the one that you want is ordinate dimensioning. So you can click on this option or type O for ordinate. And we'll look at that in the next video. Here's a different option which I offer you in case you like this method better. I won't show you how to do this in the video, but if you are someone who likes using a user coordinate system, you might be interested in this. User coordinate system is UCS for short. And this is where you can tell AutoCAD where you want your drawing's origin point to be. Right now, our UCS is the world coordinate system. It just stays set there. But you can tell it you want to move your UCS to a new point, and so here's how you do it. Here's me typing UCS and selecting the thing. As I say, I will not show you this one. I will just show you the quick dimensioning version. Now here's the part we're going to be drawing and dimensioning with ordinate dimensions. Please notice that in his isometric view, our textbook has used dimensions with arrows, but that is not what you should be doing in your drawing. These dimension things just tell you how big and where stuff is located. You are going to be dimensioning this part with ordinate dimensions. So follow the steps for setting your datum point at whatever corner you prefer, and then for using ordinate dimensions. You are going to need two views, a front view where we see the holes in the square cutout, and then a side view where we see the thickness and the location of that hole. And in the side view, you will need to tell them how far up it is to the hole, how far it is from one edge to the hole, and what diameter the hole is. In this side view, you could do that with ordinate dimensioning or arrows if you prefer, because we can mix styles in a drawing. Might be better to use ordinate just so you can have some practice at that. All right, so there's an overview of ordinate dimensioning. Now let's go look at doing that in AutoCAD.